Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, and we've been away for a while. Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. We've been away for a while, obviously due to like a whole lot of COVID restrictions, but you know, we're back. And we've started a new series. Definitely we had one on the channel, which is majorly just like unboxing and tech reviews. So we are majorly going to be doing like a lot more products reviews, products unboxing, and you know, just to kind of like take a look at, you know, major current techs and what they really feel like. Today we'll be taking a look at the Lenovo Livepods. So yeah, majorly AirPods or Livepods. I think Lenovo call theirs Livepods. So majorly these are supposed to be like some handy version of, you know, the now forgotten wired earpiece that we used to kind of like do back in the days. Type-C cord and extras. So basically this is everything that comes in the box. That's if you are not counting the user manual. So I think this is basically what should come in any AirPod box or any Livepod box. And so yeah, I think let's go ahead and test how this bad boy is. So let's just see how good the quality of this sound is. I think I'll try to like see how loud it really goes. And I know that okay, we all have like varying preferences for how loud we want AirPods to be, but I think one thing I would go for would also be like how good is the noise cancellation. Hopefully this has it. I might not be able to kind of like read through on the user manual in this video, so majorly I'm just kind of like going to give you guys a first-hand view of how I feel everything. So let me go ahead and set this up and let's see how all of that works. Majorly the Lenovo Livepods, it's touch to power, so which means you basically have to power each individual ear. So it's got this very tiny pinhole, which kind of like is supposed to be like the sensor button for it to power on. So that's basically how you power it on. So this is left, right. Although I feel it's quite hectic for me having to kind of like power each individual ear. So it's kind of like 2 seconds to power on, 2 seconds to power off. That's not so great actually. That's not so great. Device paired. So basically it says connected for core audio, media audio, so which means yeah, I think basically it's majorly supposed to fulfill those parts. And I can feel like okay, it's got some comfort in the ear. Personally, I'm not really a huge fan of this kind of rubber support AirPods, so I basically just prefer the old classics. But this itself is kind of like steady enough. But I'll go ahead and test the sounds and, you know, see what's good. In case if you've got maybe any recommendations for songs that people could use in testing out their headphones or sound systems, you could leave that in the comment below. I feel like that's going to be like cool stuff to kind of like get to. So yeah, basically one of the songs I like to just really test out on headphones, and it's kind of like basically one of the songs I enjoy, is Ain't No Different, Heady One featuring AJ Tracy and Stormzy. So I feel like the beat in the song is kind of like really dope, and it kind of like, it really pushes your sound system to like some interesting limits, so that way you can have a feel of what goes on. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and play it. Let's see how that feels. I'm trying to like push it to like the highest. It's quite comfy though. So I feel like it's really good, and I literally can't hear myself talk back. So I feel like okay, that noise cancellation is kind of like, it's good enough. Like I literally am talking straight and I really can't even hear my voice. So it's basically not the loudest, but I don't feel like it's not itchy in my ear. So it's kind of like, now I'm biased between the song or the AirPods themselves, but like obviously the sound is not itchy. So basically, I think the sound really does okay. Possibly we might do like a full review video, you know, on all of it. But I think like if I should go like over 5, the sound kind of like cuts it like somewhere like around a 4. I think it's quite good. It's quite good for the sounds. And okay, so the sensors really work for pause and play, so that's quite good. And obviously, like most AirPods, you basically control the sound from your major device or wherever you're playing from. So I feel like that in itself is kind of like compact enough for the sound. Now I really don't know about durability because obviously we just got this, so I can't really tell you how long they last or how long the battery lasts itself. But I feel like, okay, if I should play on the highest volume for how long, I think it should be somewhere on average it should be like 5+ hours. But you know, we kind of like would need to really test that to kind of like see how long it really lasts. Okay, so unlike the Apple AirPods, Apple Pro Pods, this one basically doesn't pause once you pull out an ear. So I think based on how it's been created, you know, since you have to individually like put on each ear, which I feel like that's pretty annoying. I literally have to boot each ear, and that's quite weird. So which means even if I pull out one ear, the music doesn't stop. So that's quite out of balance. And oh, okay. But the sensor or whatever that is quite sensitive, so like just a little rub and then my music sort of like paused. I think it's kind of like it's good enough, but like for someone like me who sometimes could be clumsy, I feel like I would just be the one who is messing up my music experience or whatever. But I feel like this is good enough, even based on how the sound is kind of like compact. And I think like they did a good job on noise cancellation. So I feel like okay, obviously it's almost there. It's almost there. It's really good, almost as good. But I still kind of like have a few preferences. So my preference kind of like obviously going to the rubber AirPods. So basically I prefer the classics. So majorly this one comes in white, so obviously we go in white. I don't know if they come in other colors, but I feel like white is basic enough. We've got extra pairs of this stuff, which I'm assuming is for when these original ones kind of like get dirty or stuff. What else? It basically just comes with all of that, and then a Type-C USB cord, which is obviously for charging, and whatever USB cords are used for. And I feel like this is better because compared to the other generic cords, like obviously no one really uses those no more. So I think new devices come in Type-C, so you know, so it's great to be like in the trend. So yeah, I think they automatically go off once you return them to the casing, so which means I think life is easier that way. I really won't have to like power it off individually before I then return it back into my case. So I simply can just dump them into the casing and then obviously it goes off. So for the pricing, this kind of like comes in at $25, which I think it's okay enough for its pricing. Like, you know, $25 is quite okay. I think majorly regular, I won't use the word regular, but Apple AirPods kind of like come in like $100+ I think. So these ones are quite expensive. Well, I can guess, you know, based on the quality of those, but I feel like okay, this is mid-range enough. This is really good. So I feel like they really did do a good job so far. So overall, I think with what I'm seeing and what I feel now, I think if I'm to give this product like a rating over 5, I think I'll drop it like around 3. Obviously I still need to test how long the battery lasts. I think that's kind of like going to be the absolute deciding factor for how good the Lenovo Livepods are. So that's all of it majorly on this episode for tech product reviews. If you have some suggestions as to what products you kind of like us to review on the channel, be sure to drop them in the comment section, and we will be working on a couple more interesting tech products. So if you'd like to keep up with those, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.